How are you, my fans, sneak peepers, and curious friends? I am difficult and demanding. If you want to know my real name, then hold still, and I might bring your wish to fruition. Before we begin, you can find this podcast show in iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Blueberry, Google Play Music, TuneIn, YouTube, and Stitcher. This is the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast, keeping it real, uncensored, and shooting straight between the eyes. The third eye, that is. I am going to hit you with explicit truth. This solo show is outrageously honest and keenly witty with a view into life. Yes, I said life. That's what we do every day when we wake up from sleeping. We are living life. Well, some of us at least. Let's get something straight. Really, really straight. I am truly, actually, habitually, and shamelessly difficult and demanding. And I completely own it. Now, I don't ask for much because I expect and receive it all. I firmly believe that if you expect shit, you will receive shit. What does that mean? Well, it means expect nothing but the best and don't settle for less. As always, I, your host, Tara, am keeping it real and uncensored. Are you ready for me? Your answer better be yes. Why do you think I call myself difficult and demanding? It's for a reason. Now that you have a better understanding, it is time to dive into the next episode of the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast. Casual sex. Have you wanted to bone someone, but for some reason you could not? Both of you wanted one another badly. However, it wasn't meant to be until the day that it was. Would you fulfill your fantasy from years past, or would you cower in fear? Finally, climb aboard and enjoy the entire show, because I am giving you plenty of ridiculous honesty. Once the podcast episode ends, I am keeping it going on my Instagram page at Difficult and Demanding and on my Twitter page at Mrs. D and D. Hello everyone and welcome back. So did you miss me? Tell the truth, did you miss me? I miss me, so if I miss me, you must miss me. But seriously though, well, I was being serious, but let's go ahead and get started. So I want to talk about casual sex today, hooking up, flings, call it whatever you want, but I want to talk about casual sex. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to fuck someone? You couldn't. Both of you wanted one another. But for some reason, maybe age, location, relations, whatever, you couldn't make it happen. And it stayed with you for years on end. Are some of you in that situation? Do you understand what I'm talking about? You want to fuck someone. The other person want to fuck you too. But you can't make it happen. You choose not to make it happen. Because the circumstances are not right. The circumstances are not conducive. So you carry this want, this yearning, this urge for years. Until the day the opportunity arises. But let's proceed. I'm jumping ahead. Let's jump a few steps back. So, there's someone you both want to fuck one another. You weren't able to. And then out of the blue, thanks to social media, this chick, this woman, this girl, lady, call her whatever you want, hits you up on Facebook. She sends you a quote unquote friend request. I think that friend request shit is some bullshit. What she should do is send a dick request. What do you think about that? We should have more categories as far as Facebook to let people know about their true intentions. She sends a friend request, but she really wanted to make a dick request. You see, difficult and demanding, I hate pretense. I hate bullshit. I like to get straight to it. What the fuck do you want? What the fuck do you need? And what does it have to do with me? But that's how I operate. But a lot of people, they like to dance. They like to play around. They like to wish. They like to wonder. They like to hope. I like to lay shit bare ass naked, butt ass naked, lay all the cards on the table. Then I choose what the fuck I want to pick up from the table. I don't want to guess. I don't want to wonder. I don't want to interpret. I don't like to play fucking games. But I'm different from most, which is why I am a one-woman show, one-woman bandstand. But we're going to proceed. So she sends him a friend, quote-unquote, Dck Request. This dude recognizes the name. So he decides to look at her Facebook page and he recognizes the photos. And according to him, he thinks she looks very thick, very curvy, very much a woman. So he decides to messenger her back. They go back and forth, talking to one another, and they decide to go out on a date. Their first date, the venue is a comedy club. But when it actually comes time for him to pick her up to go to the comedy club, she does a 180. She does a U-turn. She decides all of a sudden she doesn't want to leave the house. She wants to stay in and watch a movie and drink some beer. You see, why couldn't she let him know that shit up front? Why have him go through all the work of setting up a date, booking a reservation, buying tickets, coming up with all these plans? You knew you wanted to fuck that motherfucker to begin with. That's why you sought him out. But you don't want him to think that what? You're a hoe, you're a slut, you're horny, you're a nymph. What is it that you don't want him to think? Just because a woman has a healthy sexual appetite and just because a woman knows what the fuck she wants, how does that make her a whore? How does that make her a slut? How does that make her promiscuous? How does that make her a nymph? Why do we feel the need to put up these fucking cloaks and this mirage, this illusion about what we should do, what we should not do, what we should be, what we should not be? If you want to fuck a motherfucker, then fuck him. Why do you care? Oh, it's what other people think? People gonna think what they want to think. But the funny thing is, you don't care too much about what people think because you are actually setting up a situation in which you're going to spread your legs wide the fuck open. So if you know you're going to open your legs, he knows you're going to open your motherfucking legs. Why pretend to be something you're not? If you want it, you need it, you got to have it, and his dick is what you're seeking, why play games? Why toy? You think he won't find you attractive? You think he thinks you're too aggressive? What? You think he's going to think you're loose? What is it that you're concerned about? If you want to fuck this motherfucker and you know you're going to fuck him, why not let him know what the fuck is up from the get-go? Let him know. You both want it anyway. You've both been waiting for it. So why play games? You've waited year after year after year after year for the right opportunity to send this son of a bitch a Facebook a Dck Request, and now you want to seem like you really want to go on a date. You want to go on a date? No, you should have let him know. This friend request is really a Dck Request because I want to fuck you. I've been wanting to fuck you from years on end, but for some reason I couldn't do it. Now I can. Do you want to fuck me back? Because if you do, let's set a date, time, and location. And I'm going to make you feel like your ass has died and come the fuck back to life. Now what is wrong with that? That's too forward? How is that too forward? I think that's fun. I think it's fun to give somebody some goddamn shock treatment. Yes. You think he's going to think what about you? He can think what the fuck he wants to think. But if you blow his goddamn mind, you control what the hell he thinks. It's just a different approach, a different way. So she tells him, hey, I don't feel like going out. I want to stay in. Buy a 6-pack, bring a 6-pack of beer, and we are going to watch a movie. So he says, sure. He plays along. He gets the beer. He comes over. She gives him a grand tour of her place. They start talking. They start reminiscing. They start drinking a 6-pack about how things were back in the day. She starts telling him what she thought about him, how attracted she was to him, da 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 da. He starts saying the same thing. I knew you liked me. I knew you wanted me. I was older than you, so it couldn't be, but I'm happy to be here now. Thank you so much for sending me the friend request. Bullshit on top of bullshit on top of bullshit. Why do grown ass people have to act like goddamn teenagers? Huh? Why pretend? Why pretend? Why the bullshit? You could have snatched his ass as soon as he stepped foot of that door and pinned his fucking ass up against the wall and taken over. What, you're scared of rejection? Come on now. You're sending this motherfucker a dick request on Facebook and you're scared of rejection? He accepted your dick request. He messages you back and forth. You decide to go on a date and you're worried about being rejected? If all you wanted to do was fuck him to see what his dick looked like, felt like, and was like, why pretend that it was something that it's not? Is this too, what, progressive for you guys? Is this too new? What is this that it seems to make you uncomfortable? Some of you motherfuckers like, yes, difficult and demanding. That's why I love you. I love you too. Women, a lot of women have difficulty with their sexuality. A lot of women have difficulty owning that fucking she-beast that's within them. Why hide from her? She has needs too. Yeah, your she-beast, your inner sexual she-beast, she has needs too. Why lock her away? Why water her down? Why mute her? Why pretend like she doesn't exist? Do you know how much a man would be turned the fuck on if you did that shit? Do it on your terms. So many times women, we like to fuck men. We like to do it on their terms. Why not do it on your terms? And when I say do it on your terms, I mean do it in the way that you want to do it. You send him that fucking dick request and you let him know, I wanted to fuck you then and I'm going to fuck you now. Now, what would you like to do? I'm too much. How can I be too much? That's really what you're thinking. That's your deepest, your darkest fucking fantasy. You want to fuck that motherfucker until the cows come home and you praying that the fucking cows don't come home. So why not do that? Yeah, he's probably going to run and tell a few of his friends like, OMG, this chick just sent me this message. And his boys are like, go fuck her. Fuck her, fuck her, fuck her. That's what you want. That's really what you want, don't you? So own it. Why be ashamed of it? Own it. Set yourself the fuck free. You'll get more pleasure. You'll get more enjoyment out of it. Don't you think? So they're reminiscing, they're chit-chatting, they're drinking. She finishes her beer. She gets up. She puts it in the trash. She grabs another. This time she comes over and she sits next to him, closer to him. Inadvertently, they start kissing. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Are you surprised? You shouldn't be surprised because I'm not surprised. It's the same fucking shit, the same ploy, the same goddamn setup. I can see why men get bored with women. It's the same shit. She finishes, she sits far away. She pretends like she really is trying to have a friend. She gets up, she gets another beer, she comes back and sits next to him. Why didn't you fucking jump on that motherfucker's face as soon as he walked to fucking your apartment? Like, why the fucking little girl games? Act like grown ass women. Own him. Possess him. Take his ass because he wouldn't have showed up there if he didn't want it. And even if he didn't want it and he rejects you, let the motherfucker go. Because you'll find another one, another one, another one, another one. There's plenty of dick. Just like there's plenty of pussy. What issue is there? What issue could there possibly be? If he's so stupid he wants to turn you the fuck down, tell him bye, motherfucker, bye. Next. Simple. It's very simple. Why pretend like you want to have a buddy friend night when you really want him to suck your shit until his face falls the fuck off? That's what the fuck you want to do. You want to smother him in your goddamn juices. His face is smothered in fucking coochie juice. That is what the fuck you want to do to him. But you're pretending like you want to have a buddy, play board game type of night.
Maybe some men like that. Me, on the other hand, I can't stand that fake ass shit. I think it's weak. I think it's whack. I don't think it's very innovative. I don't think it's new. I don't find it very attractive. You need to be a boss of a seductress, a boss of a temptress, a boss of an enchantress. You got to know what you're working with and who you are. And if your game is to tell someone, let's go out on a date. Now, I don't want to go out. I want to stay home, bring some beer. And when he comes over, you give the motherfucker a tour of your apartment. You act like you're having a friendly, reminiscing type of catch up type of conversation. And then you make your move. That's some stupid, long, drawn out, mundane, routine motherfucking shit. I don't do that type of shit. No. Why? You're wasting my motherfucking time and yours. Either you want it or you don't. Are you going to come get it or not? Like, what is this? We're too old. Well, I'm too old and I'm too grown for some stupid ass shit like that. Now, I apologize if I have offended some of you. But what the point I'm trying to make is, why hide for what it is that you deeply desire and want? Why cower away? Why pretend? Own that shit that's within you. Those urgings, that passion, that lust, that desire, that horniness. Own it. You think that changes your worth, your value? That you think it defines you? It's just a part of who you are. Your sexuality is just one sliver of who you are. So the fuck what? When he walked in the door, you leaped onto his fucking face and your pussy landed on his nose like that. So the fuck what? What does that mean about you? What does that say about you? What does that say? What label, what judgment do you have in your mind that comes the fuck up if you do some shit like that? Like, what is it? Because I'm telling you, if you don't give a fuck, then it doesn't matter. If that's what you needed, that's what you wanted, that's what you desired, and you went and got that shit, I have so much respect for you. People who know what they want and go after getting that shit, I have mad respect for you. I look up to you because most people cannot do that. What is wrong with wanting a man? What is wrong with wanting him sexually only? What is wrong with that? You're not supposed to do it? Says who? Why do we have to live in the closet? Why do we have to hide behind bushes? Why do we have to pretend? If you just want to get fucked, get fucked. If you want to get fucked by 10 random people, you get fucked by 10 random people. If you want to get fucked by people in your past that you never had a chance to rub your fucking coochie on, you can do that shit too. The fact is, it's your business. It's your life. It's your business. And you should do that if that makes you happy. So they start kissing. Surprise, surprise. They start making out on the couch. She asks him, does he want to go to the bedroom? Guess what he says? Hell yes, they go. Now, she's the one that's leading this shit. She's making the move. She's making it all happen. She goes along. Let me ask you guys this. Imagine the best, primal, animalistic, passionate sex fucking session you've had in your life. Where the guy blew your motherfucking brains out. Your hair style, gone, sweaty. You look like you've been through a fucking cyclone or a hurricane by the time you two are done. Imagine that moment. If you've never had it, fucking fantasize about it. For those of you who have had it, work with me here. What made that sex so good? What made that dick so great? You know what made it so great? The man was at his ultimate point. He felt like a fucking dominant beast. He was passionate. He was full of desire. He was in control. He was dominating. When a woman is leading a man like a dog on a goddamn leash, I'm going to tell you, the sex may be good, but the sex won't be fucking earthquake shattering. That's what the fuck you want. You want earthquake shattering sex. You guys want to be grunting, groaning, growling like fucking wild animals from the goddamn jungle. That's what you want. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? It's okay. Maybe you will know one day. But to get that level of sex, of intimacy, of sexual energy going back and forth, you're interchanging, it's exchanging. You got to tap into a man's masculinity. You got to bring that motherfucker out, bring it to life. And when you bring it to life, you stoke and poke and stroke that fucking masculine man within him, he will eat your ass alive. He will know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, how long. He will know every motherfucking detail. But you got to know how to tap into that shit. Now she's just leading this dude along, leading him along. And you know what? I guess that's the dynamic. That's how it's going to work. But me, that shit, how you're doing it, it won't last long. It will start off great with a bang, and that shit will fizzle out like a breath. It will be gone. You don't want a sexual experience like that where it starts great and it fucking dwindles out. No, you want a sexual experience where it starts great and that motherfucker keeps going to the stratosphere. Can you imagine something like that? No, you can't, can you? Because in most sexual relationships, as in all relationships, things start off with a bang and they fizzle out over time. But what I'm trying to share with all of you, and I'm trying to tell all of you, is that there are sexual experiences where that shit gets better and better and better. You say, Tara, how the fuck is that possible? It is. You just got to be with the right motherfucker. And you have to be very open and very vulnerable. And you have to be feminine. When you are extremely feminine, and that does not mean laying there like a cold ass fucking piece of fish. No, when you are feminine, it brings out a man's masculinity. And the more feminine you are, the more masculine he becomes. The more masculine he becomes, the more he's going to fucking fuck you until your hair is sweated the fuck out. You are gasping for breath. You feel like you need to come up for air, but you don't want to. You don't want to at all. The best sex is when the man feels like the ultimate man and the woman feels like the ultimate woman, because they balance each other out, they feed one another, and they bring out the best, and it's just bliss. Sexual heaven, sexual bliss. But let's get back to the story. They go to the bedroom. Her dress ends up off her body. He finds out she didn't have any panties on. Yada, 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 motherfucking yada. Why am I saying yada? Big fucking deal. No big deal. It's the same story. It's just the same shit. Now, this guy and this woman, they felt that the sex was really, really great. And I want to ask you, why do you think this sex was very great? Because to me, it seems mundane. It seems routine. The only reason why this sex was great is, one, it was new. Two, it's something that you wondered about for years on end, and it finally happened. But great sex, real sex, that shit doesn't fizzle out. These people kept fucking for about 2 months. That night, they fucked about 4 times. And then after that, they hooked up, they fucked for 2 months. Why do you think they fucked for 2 months only? Because they got bored. They got routine. Whatever that was feeding their sexual desire, it wore off. And I'm telling you, you don't ever want that shit to wear the fuck off. You want to own, you want to possess, you want to cannibalize the son of a bitch. You want him hungry for you. You want him searching for you, looking for you, needing you, wanting you, can't have anything but you. There's no fizzling out. Even if you choose to stop having sex with someone, there is no motherfucking fizzling out. You want that motherfucker to yearn, to want, to fiend for you for the rest of his goddamn life. Do you understand? You see, me, personally, I don't do casual sex. Why? I think it's a waste of time and energy. When I choose to touch another, touch one, I'm going to change your motherfucking life. That is how I view it. I view it as something that is life-changing. Alter your reality. Rock your motherfucking world. I don't want to be lumped with any other woman. No, I will make a league of my goddamn own. Now, how do you do that? Well, you got to set your intentions. If you're just going to have fun and you're horny, you're sexually attractive, yeah, you can get good sex, good sex, maybe great sex from that. But I'm talking about earth-shattering sex where your heart is palpitating, your breath, you can't get enough air, and you have lost yourself in the passion in the moment. You're saying this stuff that only movies are made of? No, it's not stuff when movies are made of. The thing is, you're fucking with the wrong people. You may have good chemistry, but you don't have perfection of chemistry. Because when you have the ultimate connection with someone, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, that sex, that fucking making love, whatever you want to call it, it changes you for the rest of your goddamn life. It changes you. What I'm trying to advocate or share with you guys is as follows. You're going to find a lot of people that you're attracted to. You're going to find a lot of people that you would like to fuck. But most of those people are not worthy of fucking you. They're not worthy of touching you. It's no big deal. It's captivating in a moment, but eventually that shit wears the fuck off. You don't ever want to let someone touch you or you touch someone where that shit wears the fuck off. No. You want to stay with them. You give a part of yourself and you take a part of someone else when you sleep with them. So all these casual sex and things like that, yeah, they're fun in the moment. But wouldn't you like that moment to extend in the future? Longer than fucking 8 weeks, 3 months, 4 months. You're saying, well, I don't want a committed relationship. I'm not talking about a committed relationship. I'm talking about unbelievable sex that stays with you even after it's over. That's something that gets better each and every time. Something that is better than your goddamn fantasies. Can you imagine being with someone and every time you're together, it just gets better and better and better? It leaves you fucking feeling like, what the fuck is this? Do you know what I'm talking about? No. When our standards are low, we don't even know they're low. But when they're low, you have no idea how great things can be, how great things can become sexually. But to have great sex, you have to be able to open up. You have to be able to expose yourself. You have to be able to be vulnerable. You have to lay yourself completely free, clear. That allows you to have the best connection. And when you're able to connect better, you're able to read your partner's able to read you, and you guys are able to make fucking magic in the bedroom or wherever it is that you choose to fuck. I'm here to tell you that what you think is great can get even fucking better. But to do that, you got to be a different type of person. You got to be an open, free, happy, able to connect type of person. If you're dealing with anger, resentment, anxiety, depression, it makes it hard for you to connect. Sex fucking is about connections. And some of you like it light and easy, but I like it deep. I like it long. I like it strong. That's how I like it. So when you know your personality and you know how your personality translates in the bed, it makes it easier for you to try to choose sexual partners that will bring your inner she-beast or bring your inner sexual beast out. You want to be a fucking beast in the bed. You want to be open-minded, loving, receptive, adventurous. You want to be all that. If you have too many rules and restrictions, you're not going to have a good time because your brain is going to be too busy going off a fucking checklist. I'm telling you, fuck a checklist. Be free. Let it go. Let it go. So I told you these people, they fucked for about 2 months and then it just broke off. Why did it break off? What do you think about that? And I know some of you have been through this situation, but why did it break off? You had this great sexual connection, great chemistry. You guys are fucking and creating great sex. That's what you said. If it's great, why break it off after 2 months? You know why it breaks off? Because it was purely physical. Which leads me to believe the sex wasn't that good. Maybe it was good compared to the bastards that you've been with, but really great sex, you can't walk away from that shit. And I'm not talking about lust. I'm talking about a deep, fiery, passionate chemistry that allows your sexuality to evolve, to grow, to glow. Really great sex just doesn't break off after 2 months for no goddamn reason. Because you are connecting with someone. That bond, that connection is supposed to get better, stronger. If your bond, your sexual connection with someone is getting weaker, what that tells me is that you are fucking with the wrong person. When you are getting that level of intimacy, meaning you're naked, you are exchanging fluids and poking and stoking and stroking one another, you're supposed to build a stronger bond. You're not supposed to have a weakened bond. So that's what blows my mind with this casual sex shit, because you are basically just chipping away pieces of yourself, watering yourself down, each person you sleep with. And I believe that you need to be as potent as fucking possible. Potent. Because when you are potent, you intoxicate people. And when you make them drunk with you, oh, they want to ravage you. They want to relish you. They adore you. They cherish you because they've never had that in their life. Do you know how to tap into your fountain of passion? Are you a passionate person? Can you try to be passionate? Can you turn it up? Can you turn it down? Can you open? Can you close? How versatile are you with your passion? You see, me, I want to eat a motherfucker alive. I am intense. I am on point. I will consume you as long as I choose to do so. And if I don't feel like I want to consume you, then I am not going to fuck with you. I know how I must feel to be the she-beast that's necessary in the bedroom. And if you can't bring that she-beast out of me, then I know that I must not waste my goddamn time on you. Your instincts tell you everything you need to know, but you have to learn how to read it and to understand it. And what I'm asking you all to consider is possibly less hookups, which will increase your vitality, your vibrancy, your potency in the bedroom. And then when you find the right one, you lay her ass or his ass out. You give them the best orgasm of their life. But everything starts with your intentions, your motives. If your intentions or motive are fun, pleasure, horniness, and attraction, then you know what? Your shit's going to fizzle out. But if your goal is to sear a motherfucker, sear their soul with your sexual energy, that is a different league. That is a different game. That is a different experience. It is strategic. It is shrewd. It's another level. It's a different game. And when we begin to understand our sexual energy and how to use it to harness what it is that we want, you feel powerful, charismatic, seductive, attractive. You just feel at your best. But you got to own your sexual energy. You have to understand it and you have to harness that shit. And you got to know when to turn it up and turn it down, turn it on, turn it off. Get to know yourself. And at least if you're having casual sex, use those hookups as an opportunity to help yourself become a better lover. Don't give a piece of yourself away for some mediocre fucking sex and you're not understanding yourself as a better lover or how to be a better lover. Use that as an education to be more passionate, to be more open, to be more fierce. We all should want to be fierce in the bedroom. You want to make someone never want to leave you. You want to make someone want you even before they know they want you. That's the shit I'm talking about. So if casual sex is your thing, you keep doing that. But keep in mind, its effectiveness, your potency, all that weakens over time. You want to be poisonous. You want to be venom. You want to lay them out with one bite, one kiss, one caress, one touch. You want to ruin them for all others. So if you have any questions, come find me. But please continue to submit your stories to me, and I will give you my innovative point of view in regards to it. Think about what I said. If you want to be watered down, routine, mundane, then you keep sleeping with whatever catches your eye. But I'm asking you to take it a few steps deeper so you can have the best sex and best orgasm of your life. I'll speak to you all next week. Are you disappointed this has come to an end? Well, it doesn't have to. Reach out and let me know what you think about this episode and my podcast. You can try and slide into my DM, but I will kick your ass out. So I suggest you hop into my DM on Instagram at Difficult and Demanding or Twitter at Mrs. D&D, or leave a comment on one of my posts. Episode 79 is here on May 24th, 2019 from the I'm Difficult and Demanding podcast.